Good day, everybody. Namaskar, namaste. Uh, at the outset, I would like to offer my gratitude to the photographies displayed here of a person whom I remember very much today, whom I met almost 25 years ago here in Mumbai at Banerjee in the context of an international seminar, Professor Bhushan. I offer my gratitude to his image and soul. Well, I'll just try to make it below 10 minutes. Vedic economy I have published, mind engineering through, meaning stress management through mind engineering also, art and science of management based on Indian spirituality. These are all, management and economic related. But if we talk about the general education, the Indian spirit in education, in brief, if I want to mention, just in one word, if I want to mention, it is interiorization in education. Or rather, we are exteriorized in our activities, outlook, thoughts, actions, interactions with others. If we are interiorized, we discover many more things. Vedic sages used to give a call saying, Bhadrang Karnevi Shranvam Deva Bhadrang Pashema Akshavihi Ayutraha. Just, it's a glimpse, just one more. One of that, it's in the Atharva Veda. Meaning what? It was a prayer to the divine that you allow me or you offer me that power of discrimination wherein Bhadram, the best thing, the good things. I can always keep on hearing the good things, assimilate the good things within, and also I visualize that, I see that. And when it comes to doing that, what would be my principle? I'll tell you a short story, even shorter in my presentation. There was a person, a boy, 10-year-old, named Satyakam. I guess many of you might be knowing. He wanted to learn something. A great sage was there named Gautama. He wanted to learn from the master Gautama. But again, there was a condition that if you have to learn from Gautama, because the people who are at the high end in the society, meaning respected people in the society, more knowledgeable, widely known, their children are actually, taught by Gautama. He was an elite teacher, a distinguished teacher. Satyakam wanted to learn from him. His mother, Jabala, had said that, if you go there, you will not be considered. So, drop the idea. Satyakam was pestering upon. Then mother said, okay, go there, try, and just tell that I am Satyakam, the son of Jabala. Just this, I don't have any other identity. And see what happens. He came, did that. He was cordially, immediately accepted by the teacher. But again, given an assignment. In management, we keep on giving an assignment. In science technology also, you keep on giving assignments to students these days. Actually, this was there, the Vedic practice. The first example in human history of having learned through assignments was with Satyakam. That dates back almost 25,000 years ago from now. Of course, there are some scholars who have brought it down to less than 5,000 years, which is unfounded, which is not correct. Now, what was the assignment? Max Muller made a comment that the most cruel teacher ever the human society has witnessed. Indeed so. You see the kind of assignment given to him. He was told, okay, you were accepted, but I give you a task. Look there, nearly 250 cows are there, most of which are, unable, not milching. Health-wise, most of these are, in a very bad shape. You have to take them to the jungle, deep inside the forest. Take them to the woods, be with them, and you cannot come back. Yes, there is an option, you can come back. You come back only when the number has risen to 1,000. And those who are able, they would be milching, and the faces should be bright. Satyakam was so happy because he understood that he has got an assignment from the teacher who was most coveted teacher. And he was dancing in joy and immediately rushed to that place and took the cows away. Here is a, example, an example where the learning of Chatur Vedas, Rig, Sam, Yajur, and Atharvan. All 4 Vedas, there are 4 different areas. This is not a forum. Prajnanam Brahmya, then Tattvamasi, then Aham Brahmasmi, then Ayam Atman Brahma. These are the 4 leading, doctrines of these 4 Vedas. It was learned by Satyakam in the context of the nature. The lightning he learned from, the river, flowing down, he learned from. The, jungle animals, some of which were very, very dangerous, he learned from. And he learned from the birds. And the learning was such that he was full of joy there, and none of these creatures created any harm, caused any harm to this young learner. On the other hand, he was actually nurtured by the jungle animals. Iha devaha apshuhu iha asya bhuvanasya iha aushadhishu banaspatishu tasmai devaya namo namaha. When Satyakam came back, he had composed this first. He said, "O the trees, you're my God. The half shafts, you all are my gods. The animals, you all are my gods. The subhuman creatures, all of these, you're my gods. I bow down my head before you because I have learned everything, whatever I have learned from them only." When this, time came, a senior, a veteran cow came to him and shared with him, saying that, "We have now grown into 1,000. We are now capable. We can now, rush back. If you want, you can go back to your teacher." He decided to come back. When he was approaching the, hermitage of Gautama, as mentioned by the Rigvedic sage, that his faces were, is a kind of glowing face. And the master had rushed to embrace him, saying that, "I'm so amazed that you have created a new pathways for the stream of learning. I wanted this to happen, and I knew that you were the person who could do it. That's why I requested you to do that." I'm not going to, take the matter forward because, it's another 2.5 minutes, close to 3 minutes left. So you see, this is the spirit of Indian learning. And it's not an ancient Indian, it's the Indian. I fully support Professor Parekh's observation. When Macaulay came to India, It was actually a resolution I can share with anyone who wants, wherein it's mentioned that you need to spoil the culture first in India if you have to have a permanence of rule in India. And that was the decision based on which the anglicized culture was introduced in our country. And unfortunately, our scholars are still, bowing down heads there. I just share with you an example. One of the center, those who are management teachers, you might be knowing, Greenleaf Center, Servant Leadership. You should be knowing, most of you. I was there in Lawrence. I went there. I had a lecture in a different place nearby. And then I went along with my friend over there because I wanted to understand. Servant leadership, the person who is the original thinker, his name is not attached to, what happens? Then I had asked, what is your seeding principle of this concept of servant leadership? Could you tell me? I'm a student of management, so I want to learn. They said, yes, it is done by Greenleaf. I said, no, it's not correct. It's done from somebody else. And that person was from India here, giving a lecture at California, and from there it is picked up. Then they understood, and the entire story was shared. And now if anyone visits Greenleaf Center, you will find Swami Vivekananda's name is now there. It's mentioned. He had mentioned, he was asked a question, who is a leader? Are you? He said, Dasasya dasaho aham. I'm the servant of the servants. That's the spirit of leadership in corporatization, in corporate management. That's the spirit of leadership of service in society, any organization, anywhere in the world, including education, health, anything. These are the glimpses of what Indian spirit in education should be there. And I guess many of you are, teachers of values, and you are teaching the spiritual values assimilated from across the globe. I can tell you that the spiritual values, the fundamentals of this are lying in the Vedas. And most of the values that we talk about these days are all, if I keep on saying almost all, but I can safely say all are drawn from the original source of the Vedas, including Confucius and Lao Tse's principles, which are highlighted very much. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Namaste.